Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are heading into Canabris because we need to go and recruit the mongrels. So, let's go. We brought our old Canabris team with us as well, so it should be good. Let's see, so we've currently got northern gates there, and in here we should have, there's Neathholm, so there is a way there. What happens if I click on northern gates? Yes, does that just make us leave? I think that might just make us leave. It does. Okay. Cool. So this loads up like a sub-map. I wonder if there are more of these sub-maps in the game. That could explain why the world map is kind of almost all explored for us right now. As in, like, we've explored a ton of it, and we're only in Act 3, but if there are more sub-maps like this for cities, that might explain it. 5 hours. Okay. So we'll just fly through here. I wonder what these checks are for. I mean, maybe these are corruption checks? Interesting. Continue surfing our way through. Use our bridge that we created. Oh, we can go back to the market. Wait, we can go back to Market Square. Location is not available. Oh. Alright then. Fine. Spoil sport. Maybe we come back to Canabris later and we have to go to the Market Square and that's why it shows up as location now. More theories. Don't need answers, just need theories. Now, you're going to mount a horse. Doesn't seem like the most sensible thing to do in a cave, but hey, whatever. We'll do that.
Missed me already.
Yeah, you're ready for this. It's buff time. It's a very big part of this game is how many buffs you can apply. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to do it, basically. There's no real way around this. I could install the thing that does buff stuff. From what I've heard, you have to have, like, the idea is that it's meant to be set up for specific party combos. So you say, like, I'm going to apply X, Y, and Z to this party. But because we keep switching our party around, it might not work the best for us. But we'll see. We'll see. We could maybe try it out at some point. I may try it out in a different run and then try it out on this one afterwards. But we'll see. Another one of those. Another one of those. Want to give him the strength buff so that he's now... That should make him light encumbrance, right? It does. Wonderful. Right, next up. So we've done all of those. Yeah, now we do these ones. More buffs. Really, all I need is like a tick list for myself to be like, which buffs have I actually applied? You? No, why don't you have another one? One of those for Sela. One of those for Lan. One of those for the horse. One of those for you. Okay, one of those for you. One of those for you. One of those for you. I think I've decided I'm going to apply these to the ones that I think are going to like do the most damage, so I want them to hit. Let's go fire. Acid. Why don't you make yourself immune to cold? False Life Greater. Mage Armor. False Life Greater. Bark Skin. Bark Skin. Bark Skin. How are we feeling? Do you think I've got enough buffs? Oh, this one as well. That's fine. Oh, we have that applied. Sela. Rely on me. One of those, please. Anyone else got anything else? Oh, you can resummon this, I guess. Yeah, it can sit here. Maybe. Right. You've buffed. You've buffed. You're fine. You've buffed. I stand ready. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Quick save. Now, have we been here before? Yeah, this is literally just the place that we've been. So we might buff for no reason, because these guys in theory are friendly to us, but let's see. Oh, you know what we could do? Wait, do you have animal be bigger, or is that... no, I think that's a Nenio thing. I was going to say we can make bismuth bigger. There doesn't appear to be anybody here. This seems odd. There is loot though, which also seems odd. Because I'm fairly certain I cleaned this place out last time. Do you have more loot? You do. Oh. Okay. Up here? Hello, Sull. We'll get to you in a second. I want to grab the loot.
Let us be off.
Protection from law. Interesting. This guy doesn't seem too worried about things. Maybe I'm overreacting. Yeah, let's just speak to Sull. I'm not really worried about all the loot in the area. I mean, I am, but I'm not as worried. Chief Sull sits silently, either deep in thought or dozing. He is holding a package. Chief, we're back. You won't believe where we've been, the things we've seen. You and the tribe need to come and see for yourselves. Sull flinches as if jerking away. Lanch and the Uplander. That was quick, but no, we won't be going anywhere. We won't be seeing anything. Chief Sull, we've come to take the mongrels to the surface. We were going to do it ourselves. You think we'd lost our nerve? No, we have our reasons. No one said you were cowards. I came to say the way up is clear and we need you. The entire Crusade world needs you. Look, this is the commander of the 5th Crusade, and she is calling you to fight with her. Lan stops, looking closely at Sull. Or did something happen I don't know about? Wenduag came. She took Dira. That's the shop, right? Yes. Wenduag, she showed up again. I didn't think she'd be brazen enough. Clearly I underestimated her. What does she even want coming here? What happened here? Oh, we waited. Such things shouldn't be rushed. We waited and waited. Wenduag came. She started talking, she did. Smooth as silk. I managed to skip it. Apologies. Saying that Uplanders would kill us all, and that we needed demon power to overcome them, but no one listened. She didn't like that, and the next day Dira went out to gather healing moss. Wenduag took her alive. She left a message for us, warning us against trying to get out, or else. Let me guess, she'll only let you out if you obey her. Wenduag, I thought she couldn't stoop any lower. The chief nods slightly and unwraps the package he is holding. Inside is a severed finger. How are the mongrels doing now? They're troubled. Everything's in turmoil. I thought we should go back to Dira. Go get Dira, but go where? No one knows where Wenduag is. No one knows anything. So we wait, and we think. You have one answer for everything. Wait and think. Lan throws up his hands. You've been doing this for decades. I don't know why I expected anything else. Where's Wenduag hiding? How should I know? She is like a shadow. She disappears without a trace, just slips away. I think I know where she is. Wenduag and I had a secret spot where if she used to get upset or angry, she'd say she was going to live there forever. A big cave, warm and dry. There's no way to sneak in without being seen. The perfect hideout. Alright, Chief, we'll bring back Dira and give Wenduag what's coming to her. We are one tribe. We won't go anywhere without Dira. Just get her back and we can go be Crusaders. We'll take care of everything, Chief. I promise. Find Wenduag in her secret den. I have to assume that that's leaving out this way. Quick save? Right? It must be like this way. Lan said he would show us where it is, but he hasn't. Maybe it's on the world map? That's the other thing. Oh, there we go. Secret hideout. Well, that works. Wenduag, you here?
Follow me.
She's eating Dira? Wenduag, sitting over a corpse that has been ripped to shreds, looks up and notices you. Look who's back. Did Sull come crying that I was holding Dira hostage? What a snitch. Lan shudders. You knew her. She was one of us. Wenduag does not have the Aeon Glow? She's not a criminal? Excuse me? So what if I knew her? What does it matter? I do what I want. I don't care what others, people think. You killed one of your own? I make sacrifices to Savamelech in exchange for his blessings. But this fool, oh, I killed her for pleasure. I clawed her heart out with my bare hands. Wenduag smiles. You are absolutely insane. Admit it, Wendu. You're just broken. Wenduag chuckles. Keep underestimating me, Lan. You'll die with that same surprised look on your face. How does this help you? Now Sull will know that you have nothing to hold over him. Wenduag lips her lips, her eyes glowing green in the dark. Will he find out? How exactly? Do you really think you're getting out of here? You're alone. We can easily overpower you. I'm not alone, Lan. My master has not left me. Even now I feel his cold breath on my neck. Wenduag's voice drops to a whisper. He is watching. Lan looks around. There's no one here. He doesn't have to be here to know and see everything. So you've been hiding in this cave the whole time like a rat? Wenduag stretches and licks her lips lazily. Attack me, and you'll find out how I've been spending my time. We've been killing demons and you've been practicing on cave slugs. It won't be much of a fair fight. I had a good teacher. He opened my eyes to many things. My master, Savamelech. Even looking at you disgusts me. I'm leaving. I want to try and see if there's an option to recruit Wenduag to our team. I know that there probably isn't. I know the percentage chance is incredibly low, but I'm invoking companion clause here in terms of role-playing. If it's a companion, you try and recruit them until the point comes where you get the option. Kill them or be killed, right? That is what I'm doing here. It's the exact same with Regil when we recruited him. RP-wise, didn't make much sense. Having a new companion-wise makes sense. So I'm choosing 5. Lan touches the string of his bow grimly. Sorry, Naminde, but I can't just leave. You owe me, Wenduag. I owe you nothing, Lan. Get lost.
You'll make a fine trophy.
So it forces you into the fight. Fair enough. How strong are you? Oh no. She's gonna get destroyed. Like utterly destroyed. It's not even gonna be close. We could charge, I guess. Sure. She's almost dead already. She must have a phase 2.
Why am I so weak?
Wenduag jumps back, clutching at her wound, but immediately falls to her knees. Enough. That's enough. I want to talk to you. What's there to talk about? It's not too late yet. I, the unworthy Wenduag, will serve you. You, I realize now, you're the chosen one of the gods. There's never been anyone like you. Allow me to become your slave. Lan looks at his former friend with unconcealed revulsion. This is too much even for you. Stop it. I can't watch you humiliate yourself. I don't know who you are, but you're not Wenduag. I will be everything my mistress commands. We can try and recruit her with a diplomacy check. Ooh. Ooh. Let's try the diplomacy check. Go. We got it. Yes, you're right. I was wrong. I am a lowly worm, not capable of understanding your wisdom, but I will try. I will try like never before. Now I realize I must serve you, the strongest of the strong. Allow me to become your slave. I think for the first time in your life you're actually speaking from the heart, Wendu. But I'll never understand you. To hell with you. I don't know about the commander, but I'm sick of listening to you. Lan, don't leave. Fine, you may join me. Yes, mistress, I will do everything you command. Just say the word. Wenduag grins triumphantly, turning to Lan. Hey Lan, you didn't expect us to be in it together again, huh? You'll have to accept your old friend. You realize she'll betray you the moment you turn your back, right? Lan looks at you with distrust, but then turns to Wenduag. I don't know why you're doing this, but I know it won't last long. It's just a matter of time before you betray us again. Wenduag is in our party? Oh. There was another companion. Hell yeah. Companion clause invoked. Wenduag recruited. And we get to level her from level 2? We have our two-handed weapon user. She's going to be a two-handed fighter. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh, I'm in. I did give away our two-handed weapon, but I'm in. This is fantastic. Okay. Let's just see what she... So, survival of the fittest. The deadly and cunning huntress from the Mongol tribe left her home to travel to the surface with her new commander. She inhabited a harsh and brutal world where the weak inevitably became prey for the strong. So she chose to be strong. Is there anything that she wouldn't do in her quest for power, or will survival always remain her primary instinct? By the way, canonically, not evil. She has committed no crimes. She doesn't have the blue glow, therefore has committed 0 crimes. And we can mythic level her up, which I think means that she's probably a permanent party member. I'm sorry, Dira. By the way, I'm taking my stuff. We're also going to take your stuff, Wenduag.
I hope you appreciate this.
Ooh, merciless shot. The wearer of this ring gets a +1 bonus to attack while using point blank shot. Alright, tell me that you're an item for Lan without telling me you're an item for Lan. Why do you have the Ring of Protection +4 on you? Why do you have the Herbal Ring on you? Anyway. Right, there you go. Are we finished here? We are indeed. Now, I don't know if we're going to get to keep Wenduag. I hope that we will, but I don't know if we will. But, you know what we're going to do? We're going to level her up. We get to level somebody... Well, how many levels? Like 11 levels? How 9 levels. Plus our mythic path. Alright, so we want her to be a two-handed fighter. We currently do not have a two-handed weapon in our inventory. We could also, because we have the ricocheting heavy crossbow, make her use that as well. She would probably be pretty good with that, actually. Is she a dex-based fighter? She is. If she was strength-based, we could do more, I think. We could give her this for just now. I guess I could give her the unavoidable drill right now, just as to give her a weapon. Okay. She's not doing a ton. Let's level her up and think about it. I think I would prefer if she was strength-based, but we could maybe work with dex-based. What's actually... does somebody... You have it, don't you? Your Piranha Strike Mythic. You actually don't have... wait a second. You don't have the one that makes you do dex damage? Oh, because you already have it on your weapon? No, you don't have the one that lets you do dex damage with your thing. Wait, did I take it as a... I might have taken it as a specific weapon buff. Feat. You have Weapon Specialization Rapier? That's not it. Does she already have the thing that lets her use her dex instead of strength on damage rolls? Fencing Grace, is that it? Yeah, it's Fencing Grace does it. Okay, cool. So I was just checking. What I was trying to figure out is what that dex one did, but I don't actually have anybody who has it in our party. I guess I could have a look at it actually by doing this. Cancel. You know, quick save. I'm going to reload this quick save. Right, mythic. I just want to look at the mythic feat. Oh. Level up. Doesn't matter what she takes. It literally doesn't matter. I'm just doing this so I can take weapon finesse. Cool. Back out. Weapon finesse. There we go. So this is dexterity instead of strength modifier on your damage rolls. This doesn't say that the weapon has to be a finesse weapon. Oh no, it does say when using weapon finesse. Never mind. So what does weapon finesse say? Now that we have somebody who has it again. Alright. With a light weapon, elven curve blade, S-stock or rapier. I want her to use a different weapon type, so she's going to be using her strength. That's fine. It just means that she has a high dex for what she's doing, but we should probably level strength. Okay, I'm going to reload. But I just wanted to check what I was doing with that. Now, this probably isn't the optimal build for Wenduag, but it's the one I'm going with. Dex isn't necessarily bad anyway, even if you're not using it for your weapon damage, because it adds into your armor class. So right now, it's giving her +5 on it. We don't actually have any better armor for her right now, but anyway, let's level her up. Yeah, let's go with this first, and then do Mythic after, I think. Now, do we want to keep her as a fighter? This is a tough question. Fighter is the most generic class you have. It gives you a ton of feats to work with, but it doesn't do anything special, if you know what I'm meaning. Fighter is just bog standard. It's kinda good. Now, she does have to have precise shot, but 1 feet out does not make it a bad decision, and point blank shot, but it's not necessarily bad. It also gives her a lot of base attack bonus for being a fighter. She gains will every 4 levels beyond the second. She gains a will save against fear. It's a weapon focus for a longbow. It does kind of hint that she should use a bow, but we have enough bow users. So she gets armor training, so it reduces armor check penalties. Weapon training, you can select a group of weapons to be better with. Bonus combat feats, bravery. What's this one? Weapon training. Oh, is this you can select a second feat? At level 9. At 9th level, yes, you can choose 2 weapon groups. Armor mastery, you gain damage reduction whenever you're wearing armor or using a shield. Then you get weapon mastery with 1 weapon, such as longsword. Any attacks made with that weapon automatically confirm all critical threats and have their damage multiplier increased by 1. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need to go down this at all. I think we could change her up completely. What about... Yeah. We have stuff for people who use rage things. What about if we made her a barbarian? Just as an idea? It could work. Could work. She's not really a spellcaster, so Blood Rager doesn't really make sense. Anyone else get rage? There's probably a subtype of someone else that gets rage. What if we made her a barbarian? What does a barbarian get by default? So you get fast movement, which is nice, so you move quicker. It applies when you're wearing no armor, light armor, medium armor, and not carrying a heavy load. So the only one it doesn't apply to is heavy armor, which is okay because she has high dex. So we probably want her wearing that +2 breastplate that we have back in Dresden. She gets proficiencies which don't matter, and she gets rage, which is, at first level, you can rage for a number of rounds per day equal to 4 plus con modifier. What's her con modifier? +2. So, 6 times per day. That's not bad. Okay. Oh, back up to Barbarian. So she gets that. For each level after the first she possesses, the Barbarian can rage for 2 additional rounds per day. Okay, so actually it doesn't really matter that it's based on her con modifier because she gets 2 per day anyway, added on every single level, which means that she's gonna have a ton at level, well, it'd be 9th level Barbarian, so she'd have an extra 18 on top of her 4, so she'd have 22 plus another 2, she's at 24. That's pretty good. Temporary increases to con, such as those gained from Brayer's Endurance, do not increase the total number of rounds per day. Yeah, that makes sense. A Barbarian can enter Rage as a free action. The total number of rounds of Rage per day is renewed after resting for 8 hours, although these hours need not be consecutive. While in a rage, barbarians gain a +2 bonus on melee attack rolls, melee damage rolls, thrown weapon damage rolls, and will saving throws. In addition, she takes a -2 penalty to armor class. She also gains 2 temporary hit points per hit dice. So that would be 11 at level 11. So 22 hit points. Sorry, yeah, it would be 11 levels because it's hit dice. So then that would be 22 hit points. These temporary hit points are lost when a character takes damage, disappears when rage ends, and are not replenished if the barbarian enters a rage within 1 minute of her previous rage. While in a rage, a barbarian cannot cast spells. Doesn't matter at all. A barbarian can end rage as a free action and is fatigued for 1 minute after a rage ends. Barbarian cannot enter a new rage while fatigued or exhausted, but can otherwise enter a rage multiple times per day. If a barbarian falls unconscious, her rage immediately ends. Prerequisite for extra rage. Okay. Get uncanny dodge, which means that if you cannot be caught flat-footed, and you do not lose Dex modifier to AC if the attacker is invisible, which is good. What's the improved one? You can no longer be flanked. That's nice. You get rage powers, which I believe are just like general bonus things. Yeah, like when you're in rage, you're immune to being shaken and frightened. Yeah, okay. So there's just a bunch of like, while you're in rage, you get this bonus. Right, so that's fine. Danger sense. Bonus to reflex saves against traps and +1 to AC against attacks from traps. It's nice. Damage reduction. So you start just taking less damage. So at 7th level, you gain damage reduction. Subtract 1 from the damage the barbarian takes each time she is dealt damage from a weapon or natural attack. At 10th level and every 3 barbarian levels thereafter, this damage reduction rises by 1 point. Okay. Greater Rage. At 11th level, the barbarian's bonus on melee attack rolls, melee damage rolls, and thrown weapon rolls increases by +3. In addition, the amount of temporary hit points gained when entering rage increases to 3 per hit dice. Remember, we are not going to hit level 20. Tireless Rage, you no longer become fatigued. At level 20, you get a bonus to +4, but you won't get that. So that's base barbarian. Okay. What else do we have? If we were going to go for a different barbarian class, if I went for Armored Hulk, we lose fast movement, but you gain Indomitable stance. So, +1 bonus on combat maneuver checks and CMD on reflex saving checks against trample. She gains a +1 bonus to her AC against charge attacks and on attacks and damage rolls against charging creatures. You get improved armor swiftness. So at 5th level, an Armored Hulk moves faster in medium and heavy armor. When wearing medium or heavy armor, an Armored Hulk can move 10 feet faster than normal to a maximum of her speed. Okay, you lose Uncanny Dodge for it though. And you also lose Danger Sense for Resilience of Steel. While wearing heavy armor, she gains a +1 bonus on AC that applies to only to critical confirmation rolls. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if that's her for us. I don't think that's really what we're looking for, but it could be cool. Beastskin Berserker. So this one, you add half your level on lore, nature, and persuasion when used to intimidate skill checks. You gain feral transformation, so you can turn into a wolf, you can turn into a leopard, and you can turn into a large bear. As cool as that sounds, I don't think that's really what we're going for with this one. Instinctual Warrior. You lose rage. Well, that was one of my main reasons for being a barbarian, so let's see what you're offering me. Focused Rage. It's a wisdom-based rage thing. Okay. Does it do the same thing? +2 on attack rolls and wisdom. Oh. Yeah, I'm not really into that. What's this? Instinctual Warrior Rage Power. You gain... Oh, this is Monk Barbarian. No, we don't need any of... No. Get out of here. Invulnerable Rager. So, you gain damage reduction much earlier. Okay. You lose the damage reduction later. You lose Danger Sense, but you get Extreme Endurance. So you just naturally gain fire and cold resistance. I think 6th level and every 3 levels thereafter, these resistances are increased by 1. That's really nice, actually. Yeah. just natural resistance, damage reduction, you still get rage, you lose danger sense, or sorry, you lose uncanny dodge, which is a good one, but I kind of like this huge amount of DR that you would get as a base. I think that's good. What's Mad Dog? You lose rage. It's always going to be a difficult sell when you start with losing rage as a barbarian. Oh, you gain it at level 4. Okay. You get an animal companion. We don't need an animal companion, although it's a tempting one. What's Pack Rager? So you lose your rage powers, and instead you gain teamwork feats. Raging Tactician. Well, at 7th level, while Pack Rager is raging, she grants a single teamwork feat she has to all allies within 50 feet who can see and hear her. Okay. And at 13th level, you can choose 2, and at 19th, you could choose 3, but we would never hit 19th. But you also lose your damage reduction. I really like Invulnerable Rager. I think that would make her really good for us. She does a ton of damage, she hits. She is taking the -2 to armor class, but then at the same time has damage reduction and extreme endurance. You lose danger sense, which just does not matter at all. Uncanny dodge does kind of matter, but there's other ways of fixing that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make her an Invulnerable Rager. Cool. Let's go. Now, which ones are we gonna give her here? Mobility and Trickery and Stealth would be wonderful to give us another person who could do that. However, she's not trained in either, which is kind of bad. If we wanted to give her those, we would have to give her something like a level of Rogue or something, which would be fine, potentially. Is there not a Rogue one that has Rage? I just had that sudden thought in my head. Is there a Rogue one that has Rage? I thought there was. I don't know what I was thinking of. There is not a rogue one that has rage. Alright, go back to this. No, that's Bard. that would be a way to take her. Just make her a Bard instead. Alright, what do we need? Perception seems like a easy sell, right? You sold me on perception. Beyond perception, do we have any of these that we're low on? We don't have anyone else who's good at lore nature. She could do our lore nature, although it's not like, well, she doesn't have a huge bonus from her wisdom on it. Yeah. Yeah, we kind of don't need any of those ones. Mobility. Lan is the only one who's really good at it. I guess mobility would be good for her. Yeah, I mean the horse has these things as well. I guess we're doing perception, mobility, and athletics. Yeah. This seems fine. And then we can also get fighting defensively if I go mobility. Yeah, let's go with that. Right. This level. Easiest one we could possibly go for. No, I can't take opportunist. Never mind. We're gonna... How do I say I'm making her a melee character to its auto-select... to its things, where it's like, this is what you should be going for. I don't know. Dodge is probably fine. Die Hard is bad. Because reason why Die Hard's bad, if you can't remember or I haven't said it before, basically the problem is that although you can't reduce your basically although you don't die, right? If you hit 0 hit points, the enemies in this game usually will let you go when you get knocked down, right? They'll stop attacking you. But if you're still up, they'll still keep hitting you, right? So if they can knock you to below your max health, or your max, yeah, I think it's your max health for a negative amount of damage, even though you don't die, the next round, when it calculates like, oh, what should we be doing with you? It goes, oh, you're negative your max health, instant killed. And it's just very annoying. So it's much better to just have your character fall over and then just heal them up than having to deal with this. Last Stand, notably, is very different because Last Stand caps the amount of damage that you take, and it means that you stay at one hit point, which is much better. It's a much better implementation of the same ability, basically. I don't know what I want to take here. Power attack's probably a good one. If I want her to be our big swinging two-handed weapon around character, power attack works perfectly. Yeah, let's go with that. You're a barbarian now? No, you're still a barbarian, sorry. So we get our level 2, which gives us rage powers and damage reduction. Nice. Get one of these. I'm going to start leveling strength on her. Because I want her to be using strength weapons. So that makes sense. Yeah. It might not be optimal, but it's what we're doing. Going to give you those, and then we can start leveling athletics as like our backup one. Right. What can we take? Base movement speed. Scent, we can detect opponents by sense of smell. Reckless stance. +1 to attack rolls, -1 penalty to AC. The bonus and penalty increase and decrease at each level. You can't have more than one stance rage power active at one time. It's also a prerequisite for Inspire Ferocity. Imparts a bonus and penalty to all willing allies within 30 feet. Whew. That's a nice one. Powerful stance. +1 on melee damage rolls. Ooh, and then that lets you get crippling and wrecking blows. Make an attack that causes the enemies to bleed profusely. That's a con-based attack, actually, which is interesting. Crippling blow. You apply -1 attack roll and fortitude saving throws on the enemy. That's nice. And lethal stance. Competency bonus on melee attack rolls. Prerequisite for deadly accuracy. If you score a critical threat while in lethal stance, you apply double the lethal stance's bonus when rolling to confirm a critical. And then guarded. This one gives her +1 dodge bonus to armor class for the duration of the current rage, which I guess takes away from the rage's natural negative to the armor class. Which lets you get protect vitals. So AC against attack rolls made to confirm critical hits. Apply a dodge bonus to AC as a bonus on reflex saving throws. Okay. We're rolling dodge. Dodge bonus to AC from guarded stance is doubled against ranged attacks while guard stance is active. These are all good. She should have at least one stance. What are these totems? While raging, the barbarian grows a pair of large horns, gaining a gore attack, which I believe would be an extra attack per round. It's a primary attack unless she is also attacking with weapons, in which case it is a secondary attack. It is made at the barbarian's full base attack bonus, -5 if it's a secondary attack. It deals 1d8 points of piercing damage, 1d6 if small, plus the barbarian's strength modifier, half if it's a secondary attack. That's really cool. Demon Totem Lesser. While raging, you gain a +2 bonus on saving throws against acid damage, death effects, disease, and poison. Okay. This bonus increases by 1 for each Demon Totem rage power the barbarian has, excluding this one. Oh, can you take it as many times as you like? Oh wait, no, that's lesser, and then you can take like the next level up, which is your melee attacks impose a temporary negative level on opponents on a successful critical hit. Oh, what's the Fiend Totem upgrade? Spouts dozens of wicked barbs from her body. Anyone striking a barbarian from melee weapon takes 1d6 points of piercing damage. Celestial Totem. Whenever you're subject to a spell or non-spell healing effect that cures hit point damage, you heal an additional 1 point of damage per character level. That's nice. While raging, this effect bestows the barbarian a halo of gleaming light that shines as if it was daylight and triggers an invisibility purge effect in the barbarian square and each adjacent square. I think a square is 5 feet. The invisibility purges only affect non-good characters. Beast Totem. You gain 2 claws. Yeah, so claws are not really what we're looking for here because we want to use a weapon. Gain a bite attack. Okay. That's fine. That's another attack per round, basically. I like Fiend Totem. It also sounds cool with what she's got going on. I also like Demon Totem, and I also like the stances. I think I'm going to take Guarded Stance because it fits with her being invulnerable, and this makes her very difficult to deal with and like remove. Yeah, and then we can maybe go Fiend and Demons later. that seems good. Guarded stance. Barbarian, again. Okay. She gets extreme endurance this level. We go perception. Mobility. She's now fully leveled on that. Now athletics can be leveled next level. Feat. Can I take it yet? Or can take extra rage powers as a feat? Like it. I like it. Outflank, that's the one I'm looking for. Easy. Another one of these. We go perception, mobility. Now we level athletics as like our last one. Rage power. Ooh, we got some new ones here. As a standard action, you heal 1d8 points of damage plus a con modifier. For every 4 level the barbarian has beyond the 4th, the healed amount is increased by 1d8. It's not that good. Anything else? I mean, it would have been good earlier in the game. It's not that good now. Are there any others that were level 4 locked? Yeah, but they're all like lethal stance and things. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Fiend Totem, maybe? Yeah. You grow a pair of horns. That sounds neat. Another one in Barbarian. It stopped even saying Fighter now when we go into it. So we go Perception, Mobility, Athletics. Feat. It's like, look at all the archery things you could be having, and I'm going, nah, Barbarian, Cleave. You know, that sort of thing. Oh dear. Sunder Armor? Grants a +2 bonus to CMB when performing this maneuver and a +2 bonus to CMD when defending against it. You can dislodge an armor worn by your opponent. If your combat maneuver is successful, the target loses its bonuses from armor for 1 round. That's quite nice. Anything else that seems good here? That's just 2-weapon fighting, right? Yeah, not 2-handed weapon fighting. Other ones that are useful here. Cleave is definitely useful. Combat reflexes could be useful as well. Cleave, it is a single attack, isn't it? Yeah, so you wouldn't get your secondary attacks. Oh, you can only make 1 additional attack per round with this feat. Yeah. Might take combat reflexes. Sure. Right, next level of Barbarian. You get another point of strength. That's now got us up to a +4 bonus. Now we can start putting things in here. That looks good. Rage power. Fiend Totem. So we get the barbs. Oh wait, once you take a totem, you're locked out of your other totems? Like lesser? Yeah, you are. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So what's the Fiend Totem greater? An aura of menace. Good creatures adjacent to the barbarian are shaken and take 2 points of slashing damage at the beginning of the barbarian's turn, as dozens of small cuts open across their flesh. Neutral creatures that are adjacent to the barbarian are shaken, but do not take any damage. Evil creatures are unaffected. I wonder if this affects your allies. If it does, then that's probably not great, but I kind of like going up to the next level to just naturally cause damage to people who attack you. Although it is only 1d6, we could probably do better than that. Take rolling dodge. Doubled against ranged attacks, or we can apply our dodge bonus to AC as a bonus on reflex saving throws. I might take this one. Yeah. Cool. Next level. We will go Perception, Mobility, Athletics. New feat. The new feat that we're going to go for is... Don't know. I don't really know. Sunder Armor is fine. Hammer the Gap is probably fine. It'll be a full attack. You're just increasing the damage that you're doing with each hit. It's definitely an interesting idea. Dazzling Display doesn't seem good. Critical Focus. You receive a +4 circumstance bonus on attack rolls made to confirm critical hits. I kind of like that. I like that a lot, actually. That I think would work for us. Yeah, let's take it. We'll get another one here. That one, that one, that one. Rage power. Increase damage reduction by 2/dash. You can select it 3 times. Okay. That's just a straightforward increased damage reduction, not increases the damage reduction ability. That would just give you 2 damage reduction. Okay. Internal fortitude. Immune to sickened and nauseated conditions. Protect vitals. +4 dodge bonus to AC against attack rolls made to confirm critical hits. Okay. There's a couple of good ones in there. I think I might take this unless we're going to go for Fiend Totem Greater. Which we could do. The problem with Fiend Totem Greater is that it might affect us. And that's my main problem with it. If it only affects enemies, then it's great. This is okay. This one's pretty good. I might like this one, Rolling Dodge. So ranged attacks are less effective against us. Take some in here. And now it's like, no, really, please, please, I'm begging you, please take a ranged weapon attack. I can't bear it. Just go, no, I'll take like dodge or, you know, something like that. Let's see, what else have we got in here? Sickening critical. You make your opponents sick if you crit them. Okay. We have any other of the critical ones? Are you hiding any from me? No. What do we need for the other? There were other critical ones, right? Critical. There we go. Let's see. Blinding critical. You need more base attack bonus. Okay. Yeah. Tiring, more base attack bonus. Yeah, they're all this more base attack bonus. Okay. So sickening critical's okay. Yeah. Let's just take it. Done. And that's her leveled up. All of those. Don't need that. Rage is fine. I assume that if you have it ticked, it will just automatically apply. Otherwise, you need to apply it. Yeah, guarded stance is fine. Okay, cool. And now we can actually see she's probably doing a lot more damage. Yeah, she is. Fantastic. Oh, mainly due to power attack, but still. Right, let's level up her mythic. Now, want her to be somebody who's just going to sit and do a ton of damage to enemies. Thundering Blow is definitely a good call there. Limitless Rage. I like the idea. I'm taking it. There we go. So now we can just have that ticked. She'll just be raged all the time. She's just a very angry person. Okay. Racial penalty to ability score we can take away. Now, if that's strength, that's really good. It is not. It is charisma. Not the winner. Okay. Whenever you miss with a melee attack, the target still takes damage equal to your strength bonus. This one, it's actually more useful than it sounds. It means that you're always doing damage to an enemy. However, it's always very small damage. So, I don't know. Drink a potion as a swift action. Not nearly as useful as I thought that was going to be. Extra feet not needed. Flawless attacks. -4 penalty on iterative attacks instead of a -5. I like it. Power attack mythic. You get a +3 on it. And you get more damage. And it's increased to 5 if you're making an attack with a two-handed weapon. Ooh, okay. That sounds very nice. Yeah, I think that's what we take. And then as our last one... Now, Last Stand is interesting here. Because it basically means that she could do a ton of damage while just standing there. Thundering Blows, again, is interesting. We got any others that are, like, really going to be good? If we're going into critting, Unrelenting Assault does pretty well, because if we hit the enemy, then we're getting another +2 to damage, and then that +2 can then crit, which can, you see where it goes, it starts stacking up a ridiculous amount. Ranged weapon, nope, ignore whenever it says ranged weapon. Dimensional Retribution. If a spellcaster targets us, we can teleport to them. I just don't think it's gonna work. I'll be honest. I think I've said that before. Like, I would take that one, but I just don't think it will ever work. You don't miss when you roll a 1 on attacks. We have power attack, which lowers our to hit, so that's not going to be useful for us here. No, Brutally Incarnate. The wounds you inflict with your natural weapons are anything but natural. Now, she does have natural weapons, because we've just given her a pair of horns that are going to sprout out of her head. So that will be a natural attack. So they would then ignore damage reduction. That's not the worst idea in the world. Every time you damage an ally. Just stop giving me that one. Every time I look at that one, I'm like, ooh, maybe. It could never end well. We could just make ourselves immune to magic. Just permanently. Like, I don't care. I'm immune to your magic. I'm immune to my magic. I'm just gonna hit you. There's some potential there, actually. I think Unrelenting Assault makes sense for her and what we're trying to do with this character here. Right. So there we have her. So we have our single pickaxe right now doing 12 to 15. Do we have a two-handed? Yeah, we could give her this instead. 22 to 31. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, except that, but good. But yeah, that's what I was thinking for the character. We'll leave him be for just now. Right, time to go to tell Sull that we found his shopkeeper dead. I'm sure this won't end well. In fact, I don't even know how it could end well. Yeah. But I'm keeping Wenduag. You can't make me give her back. We got a new companion, and she's not a criminal. Confirmed. She's just very confused. But technically not a criminal. Hello, Chief Sull. Sull is waiting for you near the gate, surrounded by mongrels. You returned, but Wenduag is alive? How is that possible? How dare she show up here? You have some nerve. We're your tribe. We brought you up. We loved you. And how did you repay us? Wenduag bares her teeth and shrugs. What about Dira? Is she dead? Only the living can correct their mistakes. Wenduag will serve me until she's paid for what she's done. You speak reasonably, but it's not you she hurt. It's easy for you to say. Hope is the strength of the Crusades. That includes the hope of redemption. The commander isn't like you and me, Chief. She still thinks Wenduag can atone for what she's done, although personally I don't believe it. I admitted I was wrong. What else do you need, Lan? My humiliation? Do you want me to lick the commander's feet? Dira died, but we all need to move on. She wasn't your tribe. Move on. What do you know? Her death is a huge loss for us all, but the commander is right. We're crusaders, aren't we? We have a duty. We've got to fulfill it, even if bad things are happening to good people all around us, even if it hurts. Wenduag rolls her eyes. We can't put it off anymore. It's time for the underground crusaders to become crusaders on the surface. Chief Sull lets out a coarse, gurgling sigh. Well, when it's time, it's time. Lead on, Lan. Lan raises his hands in defense. No, Naminde is our commander. She will lead you. Chief Sull turns to you and straightens up with effort. Well, Commander, thank you for not forgetting us. We are Crusaders. You are the Crusade Captain. Commander, lead the way. We shall follow. We have told Sull everything. If that gave us enough XP for a level up, that'll be funny. It did not. We are still 6,000 away. Well, we've done it. We have recruited Wenduag. Wow. Okay. And we got the Crusaders. That actually worked. I'm shocked. I'm also shocked that you can get Wenduag. I assumed that the thing at the start was a choice. As in, like, it was a you choose Lan or you choose Wenduag. Not a you get them both. 2-for-1 deal. Okay. Well. Cool. I'm sure she won't stab us in the back at all. Just counting the number of people we have in our group that are going to stab us in the back. I mean, we have Wenduag. We have Camellia, definitely going to stab us in the back. Darren, we fixed him, going to stab us in the back by sleeping with him. Unless it's going to be a very upsetting moment later on. Woljif, he'll stab us in the back, giving us half a chance. Ember, just evil. She'll do it. I'm telling you. Right, I want to leave here. Oh, you know what? We could just teleport back. Yeah, I'm not sure if this will work, but we do want to teleport back, so do it. Not a hope. Okay, well, I'll take my 5-hour trip up. Even if we get fatigued, it's fine. We're teleporting back anyway, so doesn't matter. Right. All the way back this way. Through there. Not fatigued yet, huh? Maybe you don't get fatigued in Canabras. Maybe it just uses your time. Yeah, you might not get fatigued here. Fair enough. Or at least right now you might not get fatigued here. Right. And teleport. We're back. Right. Armies cannot move, I assume? No, you can move. You can totally move. Okay. So we did that. Was I going to take on that? I was thinking about it, wasn't I? But you're actually a lot weaker than you were. Yeah, you got to head back here. Realistically. There's not really anywhere else for you to go. You're a little bit too weak to be out by yourself right now. Okay, boring squad, you're already back here. Okay, cool. Head into Dresden. To the streets. Or to the Citadel. Let's go Citadel. Oh, we should have a council meeting. Sure. We'll have our military council. And then we can equip Wenduag afterwards. Nice. Okay, and we're almost there. 100%. Hello. Captain Odan. Captain Odan salutes you and looks over the military council intently. Our intelligence was correct. Khorramzadeh's host marches on Dresden. In his position, the wisest course of action upon reaching the walls would be to lay siege and wear down our forces with nuisance raids. However, my experience tells me that he will act differently. This is going to be a full-on assault, decisive display of his power. When the enemy moves in on our position, we must meet them with a hail of arrows from the walls, gaining the advantage of our superior defensive position. To prepare our army for this battle, I propose to pass a reform and increase the presence of ranged troops in our ranks. I believe light-armed slingers, a great number of whom can be trained quickly, will be adequate for our purposes. And once the demons get to them, every one of those slingers will be slaughtered. I say we only recruit experienced, seasoned rangers who have travelled far and wide and know how to defend themselves in any situation. Captain Odan is correct to assume our ranged troops can manage with light armament. However, the troops themselves must be of exemplary quality to complete the task at hand. I suggest we pick the most adept archers we have and have them undergo rigorous training until they become true marksmen. Why is Khorramzadeh so intent on reclaiming Dresden? By capturing the city, we have gone on the offensive for the first time in decades. We have broken the established mold. That which is taken by demons rarely escapes their grasp. The liberation of Dresden could become a symbol of new hope for mortal kind, and Khorramzadeh seeks to smother that hope in its cradle. Moreover, Dresden is a well-positioned foothold that threatens both the Worldwound and northern Mendev. Khorramzadeh cannot fail to appreciate its significance. But there is also a more pragmatic reason. Back in the day, Khorramzadeh planned to capture Dresden himself, but Monago beat him to it. If he takes it back now, he will finally have his glory, as well as further humiliating Monago. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Why Rangers, Sela? We can't bolster our ranks of hunters and shepherds who can shoot an arrow but don't know anything about melee combat. War is not about shooting partridges out of the sky. The demons could easily break through our ranks and attack our archers. And what happens then? A massacre will leave us digging graves for a bunch of boys and girls. Rangers, on the other hand, spend their whole lives travelling. They know what it's like to rely on no one but themselves. They're battle-hardened and can wield both a bow and a blade to fend off a dangerous foe if need be. In worrying about the lives of individual soldiers, we must not put their safety above expediency. The price of defeat will be the loss of the entire army, not just a few soldiers. Rachel, tell me more about the snipers. If we take 100 archers and work them to the bone, in time we will discover a dozen with real talent. They must be able to remain completely focused on their combat objective, taking out one opponent after another. And the infantry's duty is to shield such valuable assets from any attack, with their bodies if necessary. Captain Odan, can slingers compare to experienced archers? Of course not. A sling is not an accurate weapon. It is cheap and easy to learn. Slinger's training is inexpensive but brief. Any commoner can pick up the basics, and will be able to bring a large number of ranged troops onto the battlefield. Their numbers will compensate for the lack of skill. Sela's expression darkens. Untrained, practically unarmed peasants in the rear. A perfect target. Everything is clear to me now. Okay, what are we thinking? Well, I know what the choice is here very easily. It's, are we going to get rangers, snipers, or peasants with slings? What do I think Sela made an okay argument. I think that Rachel made the best argument, and I think that Odan... expediency was the only one that I felt was okay there. Let's see what we got. So all archers will be slingers. These will be poorly trained but cheap and numerous ranged troops. Okay, they do 10 to 17 with sling staffs, and all archers will be them. I'm so annoyed that all of our archers died right before this event, because we could have got an auto upgrade. Okay. Oh wait, what are archers by default? 6 to 11. So these are like double an archer, but same hit points. Okay. Snipers. So marksman, 34 to 41, and 25 hit points. So they do a ton more damage, but we get less of them. Or rangers. And they are capable of defending themselves in close combat. I don't care, to be honest. That's not why I'm hiring them. 13 to 20 is okay. I'm going to take snipers. Rachel nods silently. I hope these measures will be enough to repel Khorramzadeh's assault, and if not, those who come to take our place will learn from our mistakes and fare better. Why do you say repelling an assault? Yikes. Does that mean that is now triggered? Is that a result of me doing that mission? That's so annoying if it is. Like, if that's put a timer on us. This would be the worst time possible, to be honest with you. We have nothing else there. Yeah, that would be the worst timing for us. Campaign? Is it this one? See, I'm seeing a 7 there. I assume it has to be this army. It could be. Yeah, that says gang, so it's this 7 army. Now, what's nice is we can kill the 15s quite easily. What's not nice is that there are 2 that are likely immune to fire. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Mongrel sharpshooters? Nice, okay. We did actually get something. Okay. The alley battalion's not back yet. The boring squad, though, could get an upgrade. Yeah. So I can take you out. And take you out. And put you in. That's an upgrade, I think. Also take you out and put you in, I suppose. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We have a bunch of shortbow people at the back now. It doesn't really matter who we take out and put in. We end up with 5 strength. But the Mongol sharpshooters are not a bad one. Okay. I'm happy with that. Yeah. If we can get more marksmen and add them in, that would be good as well. Yeah. You only have 3 slots, yeah? Okay. And our recruit, we haven't got new ones yet. No. But see, now we're getting marksmen, but they cost 100 finance points. Is that per marksman? That's an expensive set of troops. Wait, how many of that cost per... And we only get 12 per week. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll close that down. I don't know if I made the right choice there, because we only get 12 per week. But we do get... But they do 4 times the damage of a normal one, so it's like we're getting 48 per week. Then they have less health. Interesting. So maybe we would have been better off with the Rangers. I don't know. I don't know how many Rangers we would have got, to be fair.
Let's move.
I assume this doesn't got anything for us. Nope. Okay. Let's equip Wenduag. Now that we got some things for her. This is exotic. I don't think she'll be able to use it, but we'll take it out. Anything that's two-handed, we're taking out here. That's a one-handed flail. One-handed, one-handed. That's two-handed. Two-handed. Two-handed, although it is a glaive, so if it was good, we probably wouldn't still be using it. Oh, sorry, we probably would still be using it. Two-handed, it's called Sequence of Murder. Yeah, okay. We've got a lot of options for her, potentially. Yeah, a lot of options open. Okay, and then in terms of armor, I mean, realistically, we're only looking at medium armor for her. Yeah. Well, that's light armor. I took out the last one. Barbarian. Yeah, it's this, right? While under a rage effect, they gain a +2 attack bonus on attack rolls against wounded enemies. Amulet of natural armor. Blood rage. This can only be worn by a blood rager. I guess I could have given her, could have made her a blood rager for that, but I didn't really feel like that was the right option. Blood rager is, I think it's the magic rager. I could be wrong though. So it's not really her thing. Right, let's have a look. So let's just do this in the most sensible way, which is that you go weapon by weapon. You replace it if you find a better one that is equipable, and then you just go, okay, now can the next thing beat this one? So this one is, when it confirms a critical hit, it deals an additional 1 damage to con. Okay. Lethal Squall, Thundering. Every time this +2 Thundering Great Axe lands a hit on an enemy, the enemy must pass a Fortitude saving throw. The next attack against this enemy deals an additional 5 slashing damage. And Thundering is Sonic, I'm guessing, by the fact that we're doing Sonic on it. Yes, it's a 1 Sonic. Although, I don't know if that's already counted in. I assume it is. Yeah, so this is just like a ton more damage to start with. And it has a better effect. So that's 25 to 41. That's pretty good, I would say. What's next? Lustrous Blade. Mithril Enhancement +2. And whenever it lands a hit on an enemy, they must pass a Fortitude saving throw or be blinded for 1 round. It doesn't do as much damage and the effect is equivalent. Marching Terror. Doesn't do as much damage. And the effect is weird. Sequence of Murder, can't use. It is exotic. When it lands a hit with its head, if the next attack with the tail also lands a hit, it deals an additional 1d12 slashing. Interesting. This would do less damage, even if we could use it. Tempest Orc. We can't use any of the Orc weapons. Fair enough. Here's where we get an Orc two-handed fighter later. And I'm like, oh, that's what we were saving all the stuff for. Anyway. Again, armor will do the same thing. This is better armor, therefore she can have it. And then just go through the list. So you lose a dex. you get the same armor. That doesn't seem good. Right, this one. Gain a dex. Lose 2 armor. Again, not good. Alright, so this is the best one we have. I think I sold the breastplate, didn't I? She can have the ring. She can have an amulet of natural armor for just now. That's fine. Did we pick up anything else that she can use here? Not necessarily, no. No, there's nothing else that she can use here. Okay, cool. I think we finished the Chill Tusk event in 1 day, so we should probably do that, and then maybe we've got more to equip with. Max Dex bonus, thank you. I'm aware of how that works. Did I miss the armor somewhere? Just checking. Don't think so. That's armor class 6. Oh, you know what? That's probably worth it. Yeah. The armor of the Trinity armor is probably better. There we go. That will give her full dex bonus, and she gets DR3. So she starts with armor class 25. That seems good. Yeah. Right. These things can go back into the group. As can all of this. That too. Nice. The rest can be sold off. Fantastic. Right. So she's not the most well-equipped character in the world, but looking pretty good right now. 25 to 41. I mean, like, and she gets 3 attacks. That's pretty good. I'm looking at other damage ones that we have here. That's a huge amount of damage that she's potentially hitting with. On a like, it's a 14 to hit, but you know, it's not bad. I'm just checking other damage dealers here. We can't really count her damage because it doesn't show up in stats. Yeah, I mean, she's got a much lower to hit, but that's because she's using Vital Strike. But if she crits, if she crits, then we could also have her with this one, which is just like, you know what, we might as well just put this one back, because it doesn't actually, we're never going to use that. Yeah, we'll put that one back. Just for just now. That's fine. We could give it to someone else, potentially, if we've got somebody who could use one. Oh, you were using Finian previously. Oh. Well, there you go. You can have the ricocheting heavy crossbow for if we ever want you to use crossbow shots. Cool. Right. We probably want to rest because we have been out for a while, which will trigger the Chill Tusk one to fire. Speak to Wenduag. Yeah, let's do that. Let's rest. Then speak to Wenduag. Don't have the regents, I'm assuming? Or are we missing? Scroll of Restoration. We're missing a Beazor. Okay. Well, how many of those do we have right now? We might just want you to not do anything, which is also fine. We have 7. I think 7's enough, actually, yeah. I think we might just have you assigned to do nothing. Just take you off. That's fine. Begin resting. I've had enough of a break now, so I'm ready to help you with more crazy stun. I mean, experiments. What's on the agenda for today? We'll be standing on our heads, reading dirty limericks backwards. This Regil? Oh, it's probably Nenio. Note to self, it is possible the Paladin girl has developed an addiction to participating in scientific experiments as a subject. I must study this phenomenon and include it as a separate entry in the encyclopedia. Cool. So we finish our rest. 11 hours pass. Let's go have a look over here. Ooh, this might be Chill Tusk stuff being finished. Every time I see the devil, I'm just like, what are you doing? Anyway. Back in here. The relic will be augmented. Yeah, don't worry me with that demon army approach and stuff. Chillroar's tusks are still strong and sharp, and its scales are tough and resilient. The craftsmen of the Crusade want to use them to craft a weapon for the commander. But what should they turn the monster's remains into? Short spear, a one-handed, simple proficiency group spear, or a spiked light shield. Huh. I don't know. The spear, we wouldn't weapon finesse on it, so we have nobody who can use it, really, apart from maybe Greybore, but it would have to be an amazing spear. Shield, I guess we could use it, maybe. They've been ordered to carry out the decree. Okay, so we got, is this the, that's the crest of the fallen knight we can upgrade, the unholy symbol. So that's 1,100. This is 550-50. 550-50. Let's issue decree. Also in Dresden, it's time to enter and start upgrading some of this stuff. Yeah. Build. So we are going to build a... The first one I wanted to build here was an engineer's workshop. Only one can be built in total, it says. Yeah. So we will build it. Then we shouldn't build anything for 3 days. Yeah. Then we shouldn't build anything for 3 days. That's fine. And then we can start going building mad. Right. I really hope that we're going to get a week crossover for when this thing comes to attack us. It is really far away. But I still hope that we get a week crossover so that I can buy a bunch of more people. Yeah, this isn't looking good. I'm just going through my head, like, how do we fix it? How do we fix it? How do we fix it? I wonder if you lose a fight, right? Whether you can send in the other army to fight it, like whether you can just throw troops at a problem. You might be able to. Yeah, you probably would. I don't know if they get an infirmary. I assume they don't. That doesn't sound like a very demon thing to get, does it? Streets. Right. So now we have Wenduag. What do we do with her? Don't know. Where does she hang out? Oh, right next to Lan, of course. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Let's see if we have anybody else around here. Blacksmith, exotic weapons, Wilsur, Dorshlinda, Nevia, jewelry, arcane weaver. Yeah, so we have everybody we'd expect. I should speak to Lan as well and see what he thinks about our new recruit. Zoom.
Onwards.
Right, down here. Hey, don't you judge me, Rift. Right, so Wenduag, yeah, literally hangs out right next to Lan. What brings you here? Now that you're not the only mongrel on the surface, got any plans for the future? Plans? You have too high an opinion of me. To be honest, I've never had less of a plan than I do right now. I thought everything would be simple. We go to the surface, become crusaders, and somehow figure things out later. But later is still now. Sull tells me not to rush things, but he always says that. If I listen to him, I'll have moss growing out my ears before a single thing changes. One thing's for sure. As long as you're our leader, there is hope. Things are always happening around you. Made me realize that I need to stick with you. If I do, one day I'll find myself scaling a citadel of evil, a bow blessed by all the gods clamped between my teeth, about to plant an arrow in the chest of some ancient demon. Evil demon. I'd rather do all that without Wenduag breathing down my neck, but that's your decision. I won't argue with it. I'll just make sure that when she does stab you in the back, she doesn't have time to sink the blade in too deep. Your people have come to the surface. Does this mean you're no longer Neathers? Now that is a good question. We're not fully Uplanders yet. I think we are now Uplander Neathers. Although, if you think about it, We used to be Neathholmlanders. After all, our ancestors came to the caves from the surface. And now I've given myself a headache. Maybe I'll leave the task of renaming our people for a better time. See ya. Now we have Wenduag. Okay, she is evil, okay? The Aeon has now had a chance to examine her and has gone, oh dear, I made a horrible mistake with my initial assessment. But you know what? We'll speak to her next time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then. Goodbye.